everybody, Graham here. I am still working on the Dianetics series. I have finished reading the first 2 chapters of the book, and I am in the process of going back through them and highlighting some of the stuff I want to share with you. But before I get around to making that video, because it's going to take a little while, I did want to talk about something that kind of popped up over the weekend. So there was a lot of talk over the weekend about Dave Chappelle. I've talked about Dave before. I admire Dave Chappelle hugely, and there are a lot of reasons for that. The video that I did talking about him was sort of based around the interview he did on Inside the Actors Studio with James Lipton, where he talked about how there was something unhealthy in the Hollywood environment. And he didn't really get into specifics, but, I don't think anybody would think that he was too wrong about that. And this got me thinking about something, because someone else that I greatly admire is Elon Musk. Now, people have a lot to say about both Elon and Dave, good and bad. And what I have to say is this. The reason that I like both of these guys is that they think for themselves. And I know that even if Elon is doing stuff today that I think is the greatest thing ever, at some point, probably in the not too distant future, he's going to do something that I think is going to be stupid or wrong or harmful or something. He's going to do something that's going to irritate me. And I see a lot of people on Twitter saying things like this, don't trust Elon, he's not really a conservative, or don't trust Elon, he is a conservative, or whatever. But he's not either. He is his own person. He has some ideas that align with the right and some ideas that align with the left. And that's okay. The people who are bothered by that are the people who want public figures, someone as famous and as influential as Elon, to be on their side all the time. And that's just not going to happen. Not with Elon, anyway. Maybe a lesser person like Tim Cook or somebody like that might, will probably pretty always fit into a political camp pretty neatly. But not Elon and not Dave. Dave, I don't think you could describe him as a conservative, but I don't think you could really describe him as a leftist either. I mean, he's a little bit of both, and he's kind of neither. In any given stand-up set, he will have me alternately cheering, yeah, Dave, or cursing, because in some ways he agrees with me, in some ways he doesn't. And again, that's okay. It's only not okay if you start to say, because you don't agree with me, you're a bad person. That's where this stuff gets troublesome. I think that I think another person I might put into this category might be Chris Rock. It's been a while since I've watched Chris's stand-up, so I'd have to go back and check. But with Dave and Elon, this is the thing. They are gonna frustrate your expectations, no matter what your expectations are. At some point, Elon is going to pull a move that's going to piss you off. And at another point, he's going to pull a move that's going to make you think he is the smartest man in the world. And it's the same thing with Dave Chappelle. At some point, he's going to say something that's going to piss you off. But at some other point, he's going to say something that's so funny that you'll be on the floor laughing for days. And that's why I admire these guys. I admire people who think for themselves. Someone who I greatly admired when he was alive, and still do, even though he's passed. But someone who was always, I thought, kind of inspirational was Frank Zappa, and he was the exact same way. He had the kind of radical ideas that people who came of age in the '60s had, but they were not entirely in lockstep with a particular political position. So, for example, you might listen to what he has to say about Republicans and think that he's a flaming liberal, but there was a whole passage in his autobiography about why he hated unions. People on the left generally support unions, and he did not. And there were other things like that. He said that he considered himself a quote-unquote practical conservative, which basically meant that he wanted the government to leave him alone, which I can relate to. But these are the kind of people that I admire. And they're people that I'm going to disagree with quite a bit from time to time. But that's not going to stop me from admiring them because they have functioning brains. And they have functioning brains that they haven't donated to one side of the aisle or the other. And that's where I try to be myself. I don't always manage it as well as I'd like, but the journey is all. Anyway, just kind of wanted to check in, say hi to you all. I hope you're having a great Monday. I hope the rest of your week is fabulous. I should have the next installment of Dianetics pretty soon, within the next few days. So look for that. If something interesting pops up in the news, I'll probably talk about it. So look out for that. And I will see you in the next one. Graham out. Bye.